All right. Good evening, Who That Nation. Welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast. This is the host CB, and I'm here with the squad. I'm here with Miss Pretty Carly, and I'm here with WD. How y'all doing on this late night?
I'm
Great.
doing good. I'm happy to be talking Saints football with y'all again. I feel like it's been forever.
Yeah, for real though. You ain't lying.
Right. It's good to see y'all's faces again. Who That Nation, welcome. I know we kind of just got on, out the blue, but we felt like we wanted to get on and chop it up about, this recent news about Russell Wilson. As we know, Russell Wilson, that has kind of been lingering. His name and us, along with other teams, have been kind of lingering for some weeks. But that tweet, the sources, with him making some destination choices if a trade happened, now it kind of get things heated up. But we'll get into that. So basically, how the show gonna go? We would love for the listeners to get involved. We will be reading a lot of you all's comments. I'm pretty sure you guys had some very, thoughtful, insightful comments, and we will also have the phone lines open, and we will also give, our thoughts and opinions on, you know, the possibility of this trade and some scenarios that we could, put out there. So shout out to the chat.
You said
Go ahead.
scenarios, huh?
He did.
Who we putting on the market, CB?
Shoot,
We doing that right now? We doing that right now?
Nah. I'm
we,
joking.
we're about to find out, some names. But yeah, that's basically how the show gonna go tonight. So shout out to the chat. I see the OG Jerry Poor in the building. Shout out to him. And shout out to Deshaun Anderson. We're gonna read y'all's comments in a few minutes. Okay, see Flama. And then we got Sean. We're gonna get back to y'all's comments and read them in a few minutes. So let's get to this news. What comes to mind to y'all when y'all first seen that tweet about Russell Wilson?
It got me excited because just to see our name in the conversation. So that got me a little bit hyped. But I don't want to come on here and give our listeners any false hope. So let me
Mhm.
just say this really quick. Russell Wilson has a no trade clause in his contract. He just finished his first year of his 4 year, $140 million contract that he just signed with Seattle. He said that he wanted to stay with Seattle, but if a trade were to occur, then he named the Saints as one of the possible destinations that he would like to go to. And that was according to his agent. Of course, it didn't come directly out of his mouth. That was what his agent had said. But as a Saints fan, when I read that, the possibility and just the thought of it, it made me happy because in the NFL, it is extremely hard to get an elite quarterback. And in
Yep.
my opinion, Russell Wilson is that. So for me, to be an elite quarterback, like what we did with Drew Brees, you have to keep that. So you have to roll with that until the wheels fall off. And that's exactly what we did with Drew Brees. We rolled with Drew until the wheels fell off. And we're on the last tire. It's flat though. We ain't stopping at no gas station to get no air. So I'm hoping that this Russell Wilson, I hope he falls in our lap because that would be huge for the Who That Nation. Huge. So I was excited when I just to see our name attached to Russell Wilson, but some much needed light into my offseason.
This how this is how I feel. I love Russell Wilson, elite quarterback, like you said, Carly. I'm just gonna start off by saying this. Patrick Mahomes, Sean Payton talked about Patrick Mahomes, how it was the highest, greatest quarterback he's ever graded. He said, "Why you didn't trade up for him? Could have been our quarterback, right?" Next, the year after. Now, I wasn't so high on Lamar Jackson, but you traded up for Davenport, 1.5 sack this past season. If Breeze would have retired, I'm just throwing it out there. We should all know this by now. I'm pretty sure most of us do. Tom Brady would have been our quarterback. Instead,
Mm-hmm.
Tom Brady is going to the Bucks, wins the Super Bowl. We know the Saints supposed to have multiple Super Bowls by now. The way we went out
Mm-hmm.
the past few seasons. This is what I'm saying. I'm not asking. I'm not begging. I'm telling you, Saints, go get your quarterback. We gonna talk about making it happen. All the things he made happen, make it happen. The time
Right.
is now.
Right.
That's how I feel about it.
That's true. First thing that came to mind when I seen that is, basically what you said, WD. Go get if that's who they want, go get them. I
I'm
know.
just
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry,
know
bro.
we.
I'm just saying, bro. Like, look, if y'all ain't trying to go get them, y'all ain't serious. They ain't serious. That's all I need to know.
They're not serious about like I said, it ain't. We have another option we've been looking at, but if they don't put their few cents in this and call Seattle and offer something, they not serious about next season, in my opinion.
Man, look,
Keeping
CB.
it all the way hot.
One of them is checkers, the other one is chess. I'm just saying, bro.
Right,
More complex than the other.
right. But yeah, what came to mind? Basically we gotta go get him. If he putting us as a destination, I know this is not the NBA. They can't choose they can't pull no James Harden off or nothing like that. But in Deshaun Watson's case, he will get traded, but he won't. I doubt he'll choose his destination. It's not like that. But if Russ wants to get traded, did you see the list of teams that was included in that?
Yes.
The Jets, the Raiders, and who else? The
The
Bears.
well, I didn't see the Jets, but I seen from his agent. His agent put the Saints, the Cowboys, the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Chicago Bears.
Right. So we I mean, just by reading that, you can go ahead and look at Dallas. I mean, I know they kind of you at war with Dak over a deal. I don't understand that, but I believe they're going to get something done with that, either franchise tag them or got sign them to a long term deal. So I'd be highly surprised if that happens if traded. Now the list of other teams.
Um,
The only thing that they can really offer, that we really can't is, some some high first round draft picks. That's the only thing. But when you think about Russell Wilson getting traded, the other team is going to want some players back in return. We could say, trade 3 firsts and, all these trade in the first, these draft picks isn't a guarantee for success of the
okay.
team. But if you got some
Nope.
key players on the team that you
That
might
they
have to
already know
go
what
and
they're
rebuild,
getting out of.
yeah, you already know what you're getting. You know, Seattle, that's what they're gonna want in that deal. That's what Houston is
Hmm.
gonna want in that deal. So we got to think
Hmm.
about that. The Jets has nothing for Seattle, player wise currently. The Raiders, they are up and coming team. They got better, but do you want to be giving away your best players on a team that's growing?
Right.
Um, so that's out the picture. The Bears, who you gonna get? They got a few pieces on the defensive side, up there, but we
And I
we
think
are
it
the
shows Russell Wilson is not looking at Chicago. I mean, in my mind, I don't think he's looking at Chicago like, yes, I get to reunite with Jimmy Graham. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the biggest thing I got out of this was Russell. I like that he's trying to stay in the NFC. I know we got Las Vegas in there, but most of his destinations were geared toward the NFC. But he needs to come to the Saints because his wife Sierra, she's from Atlanta. She's right up the street. She can go home. She got to catch. She can go home and come back. It's a win-win. So we win.
So let's get to these comments and then let's see. We got Deshaun Anderson said if we do trade for him, I think we should trade Cam Jordan
Sam
and
Jordan.
if we try Pitt for Russ
You know,
and trade.
they already putting together packages, huh?
Yeah,
I
and
don't know.
I
Yeah.
want us to put some possible packages. You know, I want us all to come up with some possible packages.
No, see,
Oh,
but
Oh
this
shit.
is Russell Wilson to me. Are we talking about packages right now? Is that the topic right now? Packages?
no, I was saying we can put up some packages. You know, in a few minutes.
Okay.
No, but okay, he said I think we should trade Cam Jordan and a first round pick for Russ and trade Flowers in the fifth. If you look at all these trades, even like with a DeAndre Hopkins trade, they're not going to trade the player
Cam
straight
and
up.
Russ.
So we're gonna be getting something more than just Russ. I don't think we'll get another player. It'll probably be wherever Russ goes. It's gonna be Russ and a draft pick, probably like a fifth or fourth or a fifth, something like that. But if that does happen, we'll be getting something more than just Russell in return. But how y'all feel about this package right here?
No. I'm just gonna say no.
I
W.
mean, with
But
first of all, Seattle ain't gonna do that. They're not gonna
Nah.
do that, bro.
Mm-mm.
Because that would be a steal for us. One first round.
right. Exactly. So this is and also, yeah, we know their defense sucked last year. But in my eyes, I don't think that Seattle is going that route as far as just wanting Cam Jordan in a draft pick. No. For Russell Wilson, when it comes to us, Seattle's gonna want Michael Thomas, Elvin Kamara, Ryan Ramczyk, Lattimore type player. And they probably want that with next year's first round pick, second round pick, and possibly a third round pick. They're gonna want a lot for Russell Wilson. And if I'm being completely honest, if I was the Saints, I wouldn't hesitate to give it to him. The Saints, if we know the Saints have a history of giving up some good players that we've had on our squad. They ain't gonna have to cut nobody. They've broken a lot of hearts. But Cam Jordan ain't good enough for no Russell Wilson. Seattle
Mm.
ain't going for that. They ain't going for that. Seattle, if we get Russell, see, I guarantee you Seattle is gonna want one of those people that I named. Elvin Kamara, Michael Thomas, Ryan Ramczyk, Marshawn Lattimore. One of those guys will not be on our squad.
Yeah, yeah, I think you're absolutely correct. And I remember when Kamara went off on Seattle in what 2000. The season before last. His eyes lit up. Pete Carroll's eyes lit up. So I could definitely see them eyeing him. But I mean, it could be, if that was the case, it would definitely be one of those players.
If
Absolutely. What I'm saying is, right? Cam is good, but Cam is not. Let me give you a Cam for a Russell good.
Shit, the way
Not. I'm
Cam
talking.
played. Nah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm talking about. I was just gonna say. I'm talking about in Seattle's eyes. Seattle wants somebody that when they come from off our team, you're gonna have people in the blogs talking saying, "Damn, I can't believe the Saints did that."
right,
And Cam
but
Jordan is not that.
right if I'm making in Seattle ask for either AK or Mike, I'll just close that conversation up. And it's
Mm-hmm. Tough,
I,
huh?
I wouldn't give either one of those players away
I
for
will say one thing about the Saints. They like giving up their wide receivers and getting a new one.
yeah, that's true.
One thing you
They
got to
they
look
love
at it. I feel like one way you have to look at it that I hear static, but
me too.
I
For
was
me,
gonna say
go. I'm sorry.
Okay. I mean, when we get Wilson, the offense is totally different. So,
Right.
yeah, Michael Thomas. Yeah, I could definitely see Michael Thomas. I can see them giving them up.
I can too. Part of me can, but also part of me feels like, to me, Russell Wilson is another Drew Brees just with a deep arm. Who complements Russell Wilson more, the running back or the wide receiver? Because we know Russell can be mobile as well. We know he can run too.
Mm-hmm.
So he can have that part covered if he need be. So in my mind, I feel like we would keep Michael Thomas over Elvin Kamara, and partly it goes back to what you were saying too, WD. How Pete Carmichael's eyes lit up with AK. Like if he got a chance to get him, he gonna go for him.
Right.
And I'm just saying, even with Latavius Murray, then we got guys. Losing AK would be huge for us. But when you got guys with so much potential like Callaway, Deontay Harris, then you have a Russell Wilson that's also mobile with his legs. Maybe Murray, if we still keep him. There's so many guys with so much potential that can fill in that spot. They may not be able to do it as well as Elvin Kamara did. But when you got a quarterback as mobile as Russell and all the potential that he got at that position, there's enough people that can come close to feeling what he did, so where it won't seem like too big of a loss for us. I think that if I had to choose between the two, I would be, I hate to say it, but I think I would keep Michael Thomas over Alvin Kamara.
Woo! Damn. Shoot. Well,
But I'm not trading none of them. I'm not trading.
yeah, okay.
If they ask for one of them, I'm hanging up the phone.
Yeah,
Good game for a
Michael
good
Kamara,
show.
because you got an
Yeah, Michael
opportunity.
Kamara. They ask for him. I'm hanging up the phone.
Yeah, and the reason for that is because you can bring in a Jameis and he can have both of those pieces instead of giving one up. And I know Jameis, Jameis, he not no Russ, but he got the potential. All it is just limiting his turnovers, and he can be up there with the top 10 if he cut on down on a turnover. So if you got that in the rear view, well, in the wing. Do you want to give up one of your players like that when you can just go with Jameis? And then if you bring Russell Wilson on board, I'm not gonna say he gonna have to take a pay cut, but they gonna have to restructure his deal, maybe back in some of that money, because
Baby, if it's not one thing the Saints don't know how to do, they know how to make somebody restructure a contract.
right, yeah, because he hitting around 38, 39 mil a year. You got that. Along with us being, in cap hill right now.
Aren't we every year?
So let's get to some more comments. Flama said, I think we should stick with Winston because we need to ask ourselves, what the F were we giving up to obtain Russell Wilson?
we giving out we giving out our thoughts right now, big dog.
Nah, he did that before the show. He commented before the show. Man, look, this is an elite quarterback, man.
They come a dime a dozen.
I just hope everybody. I understand, as far as us being in camp hell, Jameis Winston might be the best. I guess as far as that being an option, we don't have to give up much in it. The team can stay intact for the most part. But make no mistake about it, there's a huge difference here. So
Hell yeah.
I'm serious, bro. For me, it's put up or shut up. I'm talking about the Saints. It's put up or shut up. Go get that man. It's due. And by the way, speaking of restructuring contract, I don't know if this was a clue that he's going to retire, but Breeze, he need to come out and make a definite answer that he's going to retire, even if it's
so that the
regarding
Saints can know exactly what it is they want to do.
I believe they kind of know. They just waiting on his, because you see Michael Thomas went on Twitter and um
Post.
yeah, posted Russell the post with Russell Wilson and stuff. I think they kind of know. They just waiting on him on Breeze to come out with the statement. You
Yeah,
know,
I'm
here's Sean.
I understand if he could be waiting after June 1st or whatever, but he need to make a definite answer, bro. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna reiterate what I said in the beginning of the show and what WD just said. Elite quarterback, we need one. The hardest thing, in my opinion, to do in the NFL is get an elite quarterback. Russell Wilson is an elite quarterback. I mean, he's won the Super Bowl. They made the playoffs, what, 9 of the 10 years that he was there as a starter. If he falls in our lap, we had to get him. The same reason the Texans don't want to trade Deshaun Watson. It's the same reason why Seattle don't really want to trade Russell is because they know elite quarterback comes a dime a dozen. Like I said before, we rolled with Drew Brees until the wheels fell off, and now it's time for us to find somebody that can go in his spot and keep us leveled
Yeah.
and give us the potential in the next 4 or 5 years to win the Super Bowl. And I think that we can do that. We can do that with Russell when we put the right pieces around him. If he falls in our lap, we have to close this deal. Unless they won't. Again, Michael Thomas, then I'm hanging the phone up because then I got a cheap Jameis Winston that I'm just gonna have to just try my luck with.
Look,
But
I don't know how they gonna do it, but do it. Because I mean, look,
I don't care how
Tom
you get it
Brady in
done,
the
just get it
division.
done.
Tom Brady in the division. The Bucks ain't. What I'm saying? They're not going. They're not just going to go away. They're trying to get a Super Bowl again. It's Brady for crying out loud.
Listen,
The Panthers. They are making run.
as long as they got Brady, they definitely in the picture for a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but the Panthers, they're trying to make a move on Deshaun Watson,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and the Falcons they got Meg Ryan. Yeah, but I mean, stop playing around. That's all I gotta say.
The
And I
biggest thing that
think
I hope don't happen is Drew Brees pull a fucking. Remember, oh my God, I just went blank. What's the quarterback name for who was with the Indianapolis Colts? I don't know why I went blank just now. How he
Peyton
waited
Manning,
to the one that waited the preseason to
Andrew
retire.
Luck, Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck. I hope Drew Brees don't pull an Andrew Luck on us. Wait till like the preseason or some shit and then want to retire. Like, bitch, you seen when we was in the hunt for getting Russell and all of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope he don't pull nothing like that. Because if he do, I'm gonna be uptown and I'm gonna find this house. He gonna have to see me, dog.
Oh, he gonna have to see a lot of people.
He gonna have to see me.
and there are some interesting pieces that Seattle can that Seattle will take besides Mike and Kamara. I mean, if you look at
I'm
their
not
old
giving them.
their
I ain't giving them Marshawn.
Oh yeah, I know you ain't giving up, Sean.
if you look at Seattle
Yeah, I wouldn't either, though.
they was one of the worst in the league. They was bum rushing. They was allowing Russell Wilson. Your O line is trash when you got a mobile quarterback that's under the rest and getting sacked. So that pretty much
And
sums up your offensive
when
line.
he has
So,
when he has to go out publicly to say that he's tired of getting sacked like that, you as a coach in an organization after paying that man so much money, you should your main objective should be to protect that man.
right, but yeah, with them having that trash O line, regardless of what happened, whether we do the Jameis deal or not, we still got to get under the cap. So some name, that's a current starter is either gonna get traded.
Didn't we just pay
I mean,
MP all that money? He could
something
go.
gonna happen. What you said?
Listen. Didn't we just pay Andrews Pete all that money?
Right, but let me finish what I'm saying. What I'm saying is we're gonna have to move somebody. We're gonna have to move somebody just to get under the cap. So Seattle, I mean, we got some old linemen that could help their O line out.
Pete,
So I mean,
Andrew's Pete.
Or Tehran. I mean, I know Tehran is injury prone, but
hell
you
no,
remember
Andrew's Pete, man.
you remember what I said the other week about the whole league may not know about Andrews the way we see him, because he
Exactly.
got some Pro Bowls on his resume, even though we know he didn't deserve to make the Pro Bowls.
That's a damn fan. That's a popularity contest. TB. We love you, and we support you, dog. But it's 2 out of 3. It's 2 out of 3. Me and WD say Andrew Speak, dog. You
No,
can't win this one.
I'm talking about other teams. We know Pete is some trash, but I'm talking about the way other teams, they see him. They not watching every single snap, which I know they do their homework on Pete, but I'm saying it ain't like that he don't got a little resume under his belt, and I don't think it's deserved. He definitely shouldn't have made the Pro Bowl last year, which I know it's a fan thing, but the majority of your best players is going be in that game. But
I just know that at the end of the day, we have to be prepared to give up somebody, and we can't be shocked by it, because that's the sacrifices that we have to make when we're trying to pursue an elite quarterback like Russell Wilson. Because we have to think of, it's a business. Before anything, these white folks ain't loyal to nobody. Their loyalty doesn't lie with players, and that's why players are okay with being traded, because they see that these teams are not. They're not loyal to them, because they look at it as a business, and you have to look at it that same exact way. And we're gonna be heartbroken about whoever has to leave if we were to get Russell, because we like our team. We want Russell for free, okay, Mickey.
Right. Miguel LeBoy said, I think Breeze will give it one more year, but we might sign. I guess you saying Jameis after preseason. Russell is a really good quarterback, but he needs to be a team player.
Can I say something right there? I want to say something about Breeze. And I'm not saying that Miguel. I'm not saying that you're saying that you would want Breeze back, but I will say this: I see a lot of people saying that just because we had trash defenses, and we could have got Breeze a ring, just years ago. I seen people say some crazy things like, I would let Breeze stay. If you want to run the franchise into the ground, do so. I think y'all lost your damn mind, and y'all cannot be no real Saints fans. But I'm just gonna say, we ain't gonna sugarcoat anything here, okay? We're not winning another Super Bowl with Drew Brees. We're not. If y'all think struggling to convert 3rd and 6 on your own 40 is fun, I don't know what's wrong with you. They ain't gonna slide anymore, man.
I don't understand. What I don't understand about most fans is, why are they holding on? I don't want to say hold on to Drew Brees, because it sounds bad, but why can't they just let go of the fact that it's no more? Like, all good things comes to an end, and we have to move on. We have gotten too predictable. We have gotten too comfortable, too complacent, and we need we need to let it go, and we need to go and get fresher, younger. We need guys that's going to make plays when it's time to get plays. Even when we watch Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, this man literally almost ran for a touchdown and stopped in the middle of the run, and his team lost. It's like, when it comes down to win, guys that y'all want to call, this is the GOAT and this, that, and the third, they're not doing what needs to be done to actually win the game when it's literally in their hands. And we love Drew. Drew is going to be in the Hall of Fame, first ballot, if you ask me. It is time to let go. Take the nipple out your mouth. Drew has got to go.
Right.
And we appreciate
admitting he had a bad season, but would like to. I didn't read that.
Wait, I didn't didn't even know you was reading that. You can read that one.
I'm not giving Mike nor Kamara nor the limited draft we have for Russell. I wish we had more first round drafts, then it wouldn't be a hard decision. Okay, I'm not giving Mike nor Kamara. The limited drafts I'm willing to give because when you draft guys, those are toss ups. You don't really know how they're going to be once they become a professional athlete because it's a faster game. You have to digest the playbook, which is harder than it is in college. So I was because I know what I'm getting out of Russell. I don't know what I'm going to get out of these guys that I'm drafted. You can have a guy, if we have a preseason during COVID, hopefully they've changed some things and know how to maneuver around the pandemic. If we have a preseason, there's guys that we can draft and they can get injured in the preseason and then we can't even use them. There are guys that, you know what I'm saying, that doesn't know how to condition right and take care of their bodies and something can happen. I'm willing to give up those draft picks, the limited draft picks that we have for Russell because we know what we are getting out of Russell. Like I've been saying the whole show, an elite quarterback is hard to come around, and when you get one, you have to keep it. Just like what we did with Jordan, we rolled until the wheels fell off. We need another elite quarterback. I'm willing to give those draft picks because I don't know who we could have drafted, what we could have did, but I know what we're going to get with Russell. I'm giving up those few draft picks. That's not even playing in my mind. Take them.
And look, on this note, I don't know who might be thinking like, hey, what if Saints say no, we just gonna stick with Jameis, we don't have to trade for Russell. Yeah, I think they lost their damn mind too.
Yeah.
I seen a few of those comments, but
yeah,
situation like this is a guarantee. You gonna get guaranteed, positive, with him. So we gotta go all in for him. But we do know this when it comes to the draft, we known for drafting offensive linemen. So I mean, just say if they do want like a Tehran or probably a Ramchek,
You're definitely gonna want a Ramchek.
Top 3 tackle. So if they want one of them,
shit, man, Pete, man,
somebody gonna have to go.
Man, you gotta start saying Pete, man, because we dog, that's the one we gotta. Come on, man.
I don't know.
I was saying. No, I was
having a hard time giving up Pete.
No, I get what you're saying.
I was trying to give Pete up earlier, but y'all was talking about. I was trying to hype him up for another team.
I got what you were saying earlier. I'm just saying that you got. I'm saying that you got to keep saying Pete name. We can't get like don't give nobody no ideas, man. No Armstead, no Ram. Just Pete, man. That's what we got to do. That's what we got to do.
That's what I was saying with Pete. I mean, I know the Pro Bowl and stuff for little celebrity game, but he got something that you can be like, oh, okay, well we'll take the chance.
He was literally in Pro Bowl pictures looking like, what am I doing here? Like, how did I get here?
Pete is a beast. I'm telling you, Seattle, Pete is a beast, man.
You want this guy on your team. You want him on your team.
Right. So what are some if
give him PJ for free. I was trying to give him Andrews Pete for free, but should I give him PJ for free? Okay, no, I probably won't. I probably want like $7 for PJ.
What if they want the? Nah, I don't think they gonna the Mario.
Take that man name out, man.
Yeah, I think. I mean,
he didn't even get his whole name out. He was like, "What did they want to do?" Who?
Yeah, his name ain't been brought up like untouchable. Really, my only untouchables is Mike and Kamara. Also, Marshawn gonna want a deal coming into camp. I think he gonna hold out. He gonna hold out if he don't have no deal, in my opinion. So they gonna have to figure that situation out.
Man. Hey, we give up Mario, man. Who gonna be our linebacker? Zach Bond. we gonna be gone. We gonna be moving backwards, man. We gonna be sitting up here, man, scoring 40 on offense. Can't stop anybody. They outscoring us, man.
Right. Well, let's
I don't know, man. The Mario, I don't know. That's tough. That's a tough one right there.
Okay, I see Jamal Keller says Seattle might want 4 first-round
Hell
draft
no.
picks from
Hey,
us.
No.
baby, Seattle could go suck a hole if that's what they thinking. Oh no. Somebody too
No.
far now. We entertaining the shit. Now y'all talk about who was this? Tremel Kenneth.
Boy, everybody
You
hanging up
get
the phone on Seattle did say fourth first
boy.
round.
Everybody, even the
What
Jets.
what is Carolina talking about? I thought they was Carolina talking about 3 first rounds and McCaffrey.
For Deshaun, that's Deshaun. That's
You
Deshaun
talk
though. That's
about this.
not Wilson. Like
You talk
Wilson,
CB. That's your hometown.
that
Oh, you
dog.
did?
But look,
Hey,
that
shit.
look, man.
Hey, I want them to do that though,
Look,
Carla.
hell no. I don't
No,
want
no,
them to,
no, no,
I
no,
don't want them
no.
to
I'm saying I want them. I want them to give up everything and McCaffrey for because they gonna want one of those receivers too.
Oh yeah.
But look, it's edge plays a factor, man. For Wilson, he's over 30, so yeah, nobody ain't trading up no 4 first rounders. Watson, man, Watson got 10 to what? How many years ahead of him? So
That's true. That's true. Yeah, so that is I forgot about that. You know, Deshaun
Pro
20, I think
Bowls.
5.
Pro Bowls don't mean nothing if you can't produce in the playoffs. Or clearly you can't produce in the playoffs because you made it to the Pro Bowl.
shit, I don't know what he talking about. Pete is great.
Yeah, we trying to hype Pete up so they can go
First
on.
ballot Hall of Fame. That
Okay,
boy
Cam
played
Cam
right
says,
guard,
what's up?
left guard, right tackle, left tackle. He played
Mm-hmm.
center and guard. Go ahead, Seattle. You got an all-out elite.
Shit.
This pod is awesome. Thank you, Miguel. Thank you so much. We try to be. We try. We the cool kids on the block. We should use the quarterbacks we have. Give them a chance. We don't need Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is trash. You about to get blocked. If he was that good, he would have won a Super Bowl. What Seattle Seahawks? He won a Super Bowl with Seattle Seahawks. What are you talking about, Brian? He's won a Super Bowl with Seattle Seahawks. Not only did he win a Super Bowl, he's been to the playoffs. He's taken them to the playoffs 9 of the 10 years that he was a starter. Don't call this man trash. This man is elite, okay?
Yeah, that's a false statement. There's a false
like
statement.
Brian, you.
No, shout out to Brown, but that's that statement. That's not a true. My fault. Russ has won a championship, and he should have won another one.
He should have won 2. If we're being completely honest, he should have
Yeah, if they
won
would have
when they
ran the
played
ball.
New England. Yeah, I got that
If
1 yard.
If they would have ran the ball. Don't that sound familiar?
Mario is kind of old, so Seattle might don't want him.
Yeah.
You think Seattle got anything better?
They got Bobby Wagner.
Yeah, Bobby.
I mean, what KJ Wright, but I mean, yeah, DeMario's old. DeMario's very old. He doesn't have it anymore.
Right. Right.
And
yeah,
you know what?
We'll keep his old tail on our end. We'll keep him. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll keep him.
We'll just keep him.
All right, so we can give a package. I want you guys in the comment sections to come up with a package that you would give for Russell Wilson.
Yes. Be realistic, y'all. Don't talk about no 4 first round draft picks, because I ain't gonna read that. Y'all ain't gonna get y'all 5 seconds of fame on here. If you do, you're getting roasted. Give us some realistic packages, y'all. Realistically.
Y'all don't think this realistic, right? I'm gonna just say it right here. 2 first rounds, Taysom and Andrews Pete.
Say that again. You said Andrews Pete, Taysom, and who else?
2 first round
picks. And that is actually.
Go ahead, Cole.
That's actually close to what I had. I was actually giving up two first round. I was giving up two first round picks, Andrews Pete and Ryan Ramczyk.
Shit, I like mine's better. Please, they take that one.
I like yours better. I like yours better too. But you know, call me crazy. Call me crazy, but if you really truly think about it, I think that Taysom Hill would honestly fit so well in Seattle's offense.
Yep.
I feel like Taysom would do. Taysom is what I feel like Seattle is looking for. Like Taysom would be the ideal team for Taysom Hill would be Seattle. Like if you just
Absolutely.
think about it, it may sound crazy, but Taysom will fit right in with Seattle.
But they
Yeah, I mean,
What y'all think, fans that's listening? What y'all think of that nation? How do y'all think Taysom will fit in Seattle? Can y'all see it? I can see it.
yeah, but they gonna have to rework his deal because I don't think they not gonna keep a $16 million tab on the books unless they see him as a starter. No, I'm saying unless they see him as a starter. I'm saying the front office. I don't think they'll take a $16 million unless they see him as a starter. You know, because that's right, that starting quarterback money. That's why.
But I don't think that he would go there if he didn't have the intentions of being a starter.
That's true. Yeah, but yeah, if he was to go up there, yeah, they'll most likely rework his deal. But with us, we gonna have to rework that deal if he remains a Saint.
Mm-hmm.
He can't come into this off. I mean, this training camp with 16 million on his tab.
Yeah. I will definitely say this. The Saints have a way of taking players and making them look elite to where when they go to other teams look at them and they say, I can use that guy. You know what I'm saying? So the Saints definitely have a way of bringing everybody's potential out when you get the chance.
Shit, and I mean, we know how Seattle is, man. Like Taysom, they don't have to use him as a quarterback. They can do, you know, they can play him on defense or something. So yeah.
So
yeah, we gotta.
So the Lord said we
man.
gotta give up AK Ramczyk and 2 first. That's what the Lord said.
Shit, look, they need a defensive end, right? There you go, Taysom, right there.
Yeah, we gotta hype Taysom up too. But nah, this is too much. AK Ram and
2 first. That's you heard it from the Lord first.
But I'll say
y'all keep bringing them in. Y'all keep letting us know y'all packages.
Right, I'll go with Ram. The only reason I say Ram is because they hurt.
Can you put up the one that say Pajama Williams?
Pajama Williams.
Oh my
Lord. Wait. Here you go.
See it?
Well, you don't got Uptown name beat, but that's pretty good. I forgot what he said about PJ.
Andrews beat Winston or Taysom and Devin Post. Pajamas Williams.
I'll go with
You win.
I'll go with 2 first, a Sackett, and Ramczyk, or Marshawn, whichever one that they're more interested. I think they'll be more interested in Ramczyk because they suffering that on the offensive side. I
don't know what y'all talking. Ram is man, right? Y'all hyping Ram up, man. I'm telling you, Pete is a beast. Pete is a beast, man.
Hopefully, we get one of those situations where hopefully. You know what? And we should give them Andrew Pete. I feel like when we give them Andrew Pete, it's going to be that package like what we got with Alexander, and we gave up what's his name, and Fernandez couldn't even use him because he got injured, and we just basically got Alexander for free. 2 first round picks: Pete, Traquan Smith, PJ, P. Rob Pro. Okay, now you just.
So I think Crawley a free agent, PJ a free agent. Yeah, all them gone except who? P-Rob. I think P-Rob.
Traquan still low.
Nah, he a free agent.
Oh, well, let him go.
Do y'all think, I know this all time, y'all think we'll bring Traquan back as a role player? Like a
No.
little, you think that experiment over?
Yeah.
Traquan, just because it's cheap, they might bring him back.
Yeah, if we thinking money wise, but it's just I just feel like when you have guys that we have that's waiting to step up and we've seen just previews of them, we can let them go. We'll be fine without a Traquan Smith, I promise.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
just
He can go
wondering
sit.
about
He can go
Emmanuel
sit right
Sanders.
now. He can go sit. He can go sit right next to Tommy Lee Lewis. They can play board games and shit. The Saints got their own Monopoly board too. They can go play that. Somebody land on Canal Street. Boom.
Yeah, well, shit, at least Traquan got like, what, 300, 400 yards, man. That man, Tommy Lee, man. Oh, Lord.
I knew that
So
was gonna bring you down, brother. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna put this link in the comment section. You guys please call in and give us your thoughts on this news, possible
And
trade
when y'all
scenario.
call in, I'm gonna be asking y'all some questions and some packages, and I want some realistic answers. I don't want just nobody that y'all want to call our team. I want something realistic that we can put into perspective, so we can have different ideas of how we think our team may look.
Well, shit. Anzalone, PJ, a side of beans.
A big shot cold drink, a pack
Right.
of voodoo chips, and a pecan candy on me.
All right. So while we wait on the caller, let's get into some more comments. Catrell White says, "What if we can get Russell, but Seattle will try to get back at Russell by taking our best offensive line? I would give our first this year, a third, a second round next year, and maybe a little player like Pete."
A little player like Pete, a big player like Pete.
I tell you what, the way Saints draft offensive linemen, and it's not always necessarily in the first round. Cause who that was it McCoy that they got in the second round when we didn't have a
Eric
first round?
McCoy.
Yeah. So it's like they're gonna be picking the offensive lineman anyway.
Yeah, it'll be easy.
And I
They'll be
know
replaced.
it's a player that's already great, amazing tackle, by the way. But I'm just saying, if that's anything, like if they know how to draft anything, it's offensive lineman. So
That's true. But yeah, a key player.
So you will give a first and a third, a second round next year, and so you want to give a first and a third, a second round next year, and maybe Pete. I don't think they're going to go for that. I don't think they're not for no Pete. I think that I'm telling you, the first, third, and then the second this year, and then the second round next year. That's not enough to them. They want somebody that they can use before they get to that draft next year. They want somebody they can use right then and there. So Andrew Pete ain't. Y'all can have him, but they're gonna want a bigger name. They want a superstar for a superstar. The Lord needs to go to church. The Lord needs to go back to church.
I don't know. I like that trade.
I like it too, but I just don't think it's realistic in Sierra. Pete is
Well, yeah,
an awesome guard.
of course. I was just saying
But
I like it.
Pete is an awesome guard, but he always been getting hurt lately. Lately, not just lately, little boy.
Okay, Darth Vader said 2 first rounders, Taysom, Ram, and Cam.
Check. 2 first rounders, Taysom, Ram, check, and Cam Jordan.
Goddamn, where Jerry is?
I'll be okay with that.
I was just gonna say that. You know what? I'm all right with that.
So now we got Jerry on the line.
Cameron put his shit. Cameron put himself up there nice.
Bro.
We got the OG on the building, man. What's up with you?
What's
Can
going
you hear
What's
us,
on?
Jerry?
happening?
WDN Chatline podcast.
What's up, Jerry?
What's up?
Oh, not much, man. Just that I chime in and chop it up with y'all about what's going on with the New Orleans Saints and with this trade talk and all these moves and stuff.
Okay, so let me ask you. So let me ask you this: what was your first thought when you seen Russell agent say that the Saints was one of the potential plays places that he would like to go if trade was an option?
Well, all this stuff about Russell Wilson potentially becoming a free agent, and with these teams that's in need of a quarterback because we already know we already know one that's definitely not going to come back if he decided to go ahead and retire right away, and that's Drew Brees. Because if anybody thinks that Drew Brees is going to come back, I will try to find him and I will put him in the clothesline if he decide to come back for another year, which I pray he don't. That's why we're in the need of another quarterback because all this talk about Taysom Hill become being the future. I said, no, he's not the answer. Everybody knows that. See, like a couple of years ago, I went to a preseason game to watch the Saints play the Vikings, and in the second half, after Breeze came out, Taysom Hill came out, and everybody gave him a standing ovation like, what the hell is going on here? This man is not the future of this team. The dude is an athlete. I'm gonna say that one more time if those that didn't get it the first time. Let me say it. Let me hit rewind and press play. Taysom Hill is an athlete, and that's why I'm looking at Jameis Winston potentially becoming the future quarterback of this team. And now we're eyeing um on hopefully Russell Wilson coming in. I mean, it's gonna take everything that we got to get this guy. So I'm just saying.
My mute was muted, but yeah, oh yeah, it's definitely gonna take a lot for to bring in Russ. But my thing is, the Deshaun Watson sweepstakes, that's gonna be extremely too much for us. Um, and Russ won't
Exactly.
fall behind it, But if he's showing interest, why not? We're gonna be losing a legend. Let's bring in another, top five best, top five QB in the league, and we can possibly, you know, be right where we left off, or even better, just because of his arm strength and our offensive ability to
E-
expand.
Exactly. Exactly. And yeah, I know Miss Carly had to go. I understand. But just want to say good night to you, Miss Carly, and we'll catch you on the next time. Much love to you. And shout out to everybody that's in the chat and on the comment section. Who that to y'all? I hope y'all doing well. The OG loves each and every one of y'all, and there's nothing y'all can do about it. I hope everybody is doing well, even even coming out of this crazy wintry weather that they had a week ago. I understand. And my prayer goes out to all of y'all, especially the people in Texas. So I know the struggle. So
Right.
letting y'all know that everybody here on the Who That Nation chat line podcast and everywhere else, y'all know we praying for y'all. So like they say, Texas strong. Y'all gonna be Texas strong to all of us. So just want to let y'all know we thinking about y'all and we praying for y'all and we love y'all.
Appreciate that, Jerry.
Now about this these moves, but about about Andrews P and let me tell y'all something. The Saints they made a horrible mistake signing this guy to what, a 4 or 5 year deal, CB.
Yep.
They
Five,
made
yeah.
that's got to be the biggest mistake they ever made. You should have held on to those 5 years and whatever $1 million contract that you gave Andrews Pete, because, like I said in the comment section earlier, that guy is soft. SOF capital T, soft.
That's true. But I'm gonna
See,
be,
I had to say that one more time. I said the man is soft.
right.
Now I
Yes.
just want to get that little rant out of the way.
But
And
we
WD,
definitely
you
got a
know what
high
I'm talking about, bruh.
trade.
I know exactly what you talking about.
That dude is soft as continental tissue or angel soft or whatever toilet tissue they use. 'Cause that's how soft Andrews Pete is. And see now, that's another thing. Now with Zach Strief coming back to the team as a offensive lineman coach, he's gonna get them boys back to protecting the quarterback, because that's exactly what he did when he was playing. You know, Zach Strief, and shout out to Zach Strief uh, uh, taking this deal. And I don't know who's gonna be the future radio host on the WWL radio station in New Orleans, covering
Hey,
the Saints and stuff. So
well,
whoever it is, congratulations to you.
I don't want to like
Go ahead.
get off the rails there, but Streif was almost kind of what Pete is. When he's good, he's good. When he's bad, he's bad. But
Yeah,
yeah, good job,
but what
Streif.
you know. Well, with Street coming in, you know, getting that offensive lineman back on track. So we don't have any protecting the quarterback. That's a good fit. Like I said, congratulations to him. So that's gonna help with this offensive lineman, just in case if we get Winston. If we get Russell Wilson, which I doubt it might happen. So anything can happen during the off season. So
Mm-hmm.
and but I still say that Winston might end up now. If that happens, if Winston and Wilson play together, you mean Jameis could start a few games, and then Russell Wilson could start a few games.
Oh no,
Like for
Jerry. Oh no, Jerry.
if no, I'm just saying if it happened, which I don't think it
Nah.
will happen. I'm just
Look,
guessing.
hey, but look, man. Like two things, though. Two things. If Wilson ends up here, Winston is gone. Two, Wilson is so good he don't need to be sharing the reps with Winston. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's
you're right.
definitely that ain't the case, bro.
Yeah, I understand I understand what you're saying, WD. Because
Ooh,
look, I don't care who the starting quarterback is. I don't care if it is Winston, but everybody knows that Taysom Hill is not going to get the job. I don't care how much Sean Payton like him. He need to
Shit,
understand that dude is an athlete. Because don't get me wrong. Because Jameis Winston, he can run. He can run with his legs too now. But that dude got a cannon for an arm. Like when you throw a deep pass to, like, let's say, like Will Thomas or Sanders or Harris or Callaway or Smith, those guys. That dude got an arm. The boy is young. The dude got an arm. You just gotta give him a chance, because Lord knows Taysom Hill ain't gonna get the job done. I believe Winston will, unless they work out an agreement and keep him there for a while.
right.
That's just my
This
thought
this an
process.
interesting This is an interesting comment right here. I want your thoughts on it too, Jay. He said, "Hey, since the Cowboys got in the mix, let them trade for Russ. Let them get Russ. That would be open, and we wouldn't have to give up nothing." Wishful thinking.
Ooh, I
Ooh,
want Russell Wilson.
good comment.
That's the discussion. That's the topic.
Mm.
I want Wilson.
Ooh,
Now I think Dallas can keep they can keep Prescott.
And I'm
I
not
just
saying
just
I'm not saying I deny Prescott, but I want Wilson, bro. Like, come on, man.
yeah. I mean
that's
that's
a
that's
interesting.
true, RG Scott. But y'all keep that because y'all kept him over there for a while. Y'all just keep that. We'll take Wilson if it happens. Or resign Winston. Look, it don't matter to me. As long as Taysom Hill ain't the starter, I'm happy.
Hmm.
That's just my thought process.
That's true.
But
Yeah,
now on the
because what James?
now on the defensive side, CB, let me say this. On the defensive side, dude, we gotta do a lot of restructuring with these guys, especially because some of these guys may not end up in a Saint uniform next year. I'm already looking at Davenport going. I'm already looking at Thor going because Lord knows he ain't gonna get shit done. I'm looking at some. I want some dogs, bro. I want some dogs that'll hit you in the mouth.
Right.
And WD, you already know where I'm going with this. Y'all, we need to cut ties with peanut butter and jelly. Of course, I'm talking about PJ Williams.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with him. I mean, I didn't think they was gonna resign him the past 2 years, and he did that. So I ain't gonna rule it out. Lord knows
They
what this
love him.
team
Yeah,
they do what they want to. So
yeah.
But all right, Jared, man. Well, we definitely appreciate you for calling in, fam.
Anytime, CB and WD.
all right, Jared, man.
Y'all know,
Have a good night.
y'all know how much y'all know. I ain't got nothing but love for y'all on here, man. And once again,
Yes,
shout
sir.
out to everybody that's in the chat. I love each and every one of y'all. Once again, y'all like, and I say this before I close out, and every podcast, including here, I say, y'all my MVPs. Y'all keep me on my toes every day. Y'all keep me on my feet every day. Talking Saints talk with y'all. Talking Saints football with y'all. I love each and every one of y'all, and there's absolutely nothing that y'all can do about it. I thank God for every single one of y'all out there, and I love y'all. Once again, ain't nothing y'all can do about it. God bless you all.
God bless you, Jared. We appreciate you, man.
All right, y'all be blessed and y'all have yourself a good night. And on that note, who that for life?
All right. So can get back to some comments. Shout out to Aaron Kepos. He said all these other teams just hoping, praying, wishing on the Saints downfall. They all talk about Cap and Drew leaving. The Saints gonna be straight. Gonna be straight. We'll be back again next season. Who that?
I tell you what, if this does somehow happen, they gonna be upset. They're gonna be like, how the hell did the Saints? You know they worry about the Saints cap every year.
Well, I
I don't know why. Uh, I don't know if it's trolling or what, but just imagine if they do it, they pull it off. Like they gonna be upset, man. From Drew to Russell, what? Hey, man. Like I've been
and both
saying,
of
bro.
they
Saints need to make it happen.
right, and both of their stores are similar. Both of them, really brought in like the short quarterback. Where Breeze
Mm-hmm.
was to start, then followed by Russell. So they had some similarities there. So yeah, man, that you gotta go for it. You gotta go for it because at the end of the day, you're gonna have to get under the cap. And I think it's gonna be a little bit more than just you know, key players, a few key players taking pay cuts. I think a tough decision gonna have to be made on somebody. It's gonna be a tough decision made. So we shall see. Aaron Capo said, "I want Russ, but if it's if it's out of Prescott or Winston, I'll take Winston, and he's familiar with the system." True, and that's the way. I mean, it's looking. You take this Russell situation out. It's looking like Jameis is going to be the guy. We still gotta give him a deal. But yeah, it's gonna have to be a lot of restructuring and stuff done for this Russell Wilson trade to take place. Mickey he has shown to be successful at that. So we shall see. Miguel said, "What about trading Jenkins?" I think they gonna want some young guns.
Yeah, Janoris Jenkins is what, 31, 32?
Yeah.
By the way, I seen a comment saying that they would not trade Janoris Jenkins for what you call it, Russell Wilson. That is a number 2 cornerback, and I know we've been looking for a number 2 cornerback for a long time. But you gotta understand a big impact an elite quarterback has. And yes, I would definitely take that trade. So
All right. So now we got Brian Pearson on the line. Brian Pearson, what's up with you, fam?
How you doing? I got a question.
okay, go ahead.
Okay, you guys are all talking about Russell Wilson and everything, but here's the thing: you're not talking about the quarterback from Alabama. We're going to be
Mac Jones.
When we get to our pick, the quarterback from Alabama is going to be right there.
You sure about
He's
that?
He's just as good as anybody.
You sure about that?
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I do believe he's going to be out there, and if we get him, he's going to be just as good as anybody else in that draft and in the league.
So, what's your question?
My question is: everybody's talking about Russell Wilson and all these quarterbacks coming here. We should keep what we got and get the guy from Alabama and let the guy from Alabama get a shot.
All right, so I can answer your question. Because, free agency is before the draft, right? So, I mean, if you know there's a quarterback that's already good, that you know for sure, that's, he's definite, he's already displayed his ability, I would say if you can get Russell Wilson, go get him.
Yeah, but this guy from Alabama won a national championship. He won 2 national championships.
Okay, but I'm
I mean, it's other quarterbacks.
You say that it's Alabama though. Money. Alabama they always win the national championship.
Yeah, I know, but this guy here, he's gonna. When we get this guy in the draft, we'll be able to give him less money right away, and so we fix the cap space. If we get Russell Wilson, it's going to cost a lot we don't have right now.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if we get Russ,
and I got a question for you, Brian.
Young guy to come in for a couple years and do the things he needs to do. Russell's getting up in age now. Age is going to be a factor. You know what I mean? Like Drew Brees, his age was a factor, and he didn't do the things he needed to do. This guy from Alabama, he could do a lot of things. I'm telling you, he's going to be. If we get him, he's going to be real good, and you guys are going to be surprised. You guys are going to say, "Wow, I was right." I'm telling you.
So my question to you is: would you deny Russell Wilson for Mac Jones?
Yes. Why? Because Mac Jones is a young guy. A young guy can play 10 times better than an old guy.
Well, are you certain that he gonna fall to 28? That's the thing with this. It's not a guarantee he gonna fall.
Mac Jones can win.
But I'm saying it's not a guarantee that he gonna fall to 28. That's the bottom of the first.
Look, Brian, if you think Mac Jones is as good as you say, then there's gonna be a lot of scouts that can see the same thing. So it's definitely not a guarantee.
Well, all the people that I hear saying that he's going to be falling by the time we get up to our pick. ESPN.
Yeah, but you got the New England Patriots that's gonna be up there. Do you think they gonna let him surpass them? I mean, that's really their number one position on their radar. They don't know who the quarterback gonna be. So do you go? Do you bring back Cam, or do you get a young gun that better fit Bill's system instead of Bill trying to switch up his system?
If you want to be honest with me, and you want to get a young guy, and you want to have money, go to the XFL, get a quarterback from there, because some of them guys are pretty good. Get some of the guys from the XFL from the NFL.
But we win the division with the Bucks and stuff. I mean, we gotta strike. We still gotta be competitive, and it's no sure thing with Matt Jones. Even though Matt Jones is balling, we know what Matt Jones is doing. But it's been other QBs that's been dominated and won national championship.
5 years to where he's young, like 20, 22, 23, where you can keep him for a long period of time. Not an old guy going to come in like Drew Brees. Drew Brees got tired. He just wore his body out. That's why he's got to go. He wore his body out. These guys wear their body out. When a young guy comes in, he's fresh and ready to go. He's ready to show you what he can do. It doesn't matter if it's Mac Jones or whoever it is at 21, 22, 23 years old. A young guy will get 5 years on the contract.
Okay, so Matt Jones, you for Matt Jones, and I wouldn't mind him if he dropped, but I don't think we're gonna go into the draft without a QB.
What I'm saying is I want a young guy like 21, 23, that will sign for 5 years. Sign for 5 years. And then he'll stay for a long period. That's what I'm saying. A young guy for a long 5 years, then he'll be young enough to play for a little while. If we sign Russell Wilson, say he comes in and he stays for 2 years, doesn't like it, and he leaves, then we got to start the process over again, losing guys that were good, losing picks that we're going to use for next year. We get a young guy, it works out.
But you're certain that it's going to work out.
Yeah.
And look, I mean, this window, right now, the way it went, and the fact that we talking about quarterback now, a lot of people would say that the Saints window is closed. But I mean, if you get somebody like Russell Wilson, who's already good, that we know is proven, then it extends that window open. Now it's about if the Saints believe that they can, keep their window open. Let's say if they're keeping their core guys. So I mean, you say 2 years for Russell Wilson being here. I think Russell Wilson will be here for 4 to 5 years.
Well, look at it like this. Look at the guy from New Orleans Pelicans that came out of Duke. Okay, nobody thought he was going to be good. Nobody thought he was going to pan out. But look at doing the things he needs. With a young guy coming to our system, we can train that guy, get him to the right frame of mind, and let him play.
Okay. I mean, it may happen like that, with Matt Jones, but I can't see us going into the draft.
I tell you what, man. Like, look, let's say we don't get Wilson. None of this happens. Let's say if Winston he signs elsewhere. I mean, if he's there at 28, then yeah, do it. But I'm not going to deny an elite quarterback for Mac Jones right now.
Well, when we had Teddy Bridgewater, okay, he won when Drew was hurt. He won 5 games for us.
And look what he's doing with the Panthers. The Panthers, they want him out. He's gone.
See, the thing is, when we get a quarterback on our team, you guys got to look at it like this. We train that guy to be an elite player on the team. Nobody else does that like we do. Sean Payton.
Okay, but you're making a comparison of Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater did not play that great with the Panthers. He looked at pretty okay early on, but overall he was not that good to the point to where they want to get rid of him.
When Teddy was here with us, we trained him to play good for our system.
But he wasn't. But here's the thing about Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Bridgewater wasn't that great with us. He was good for about 2 games. I would say maybe the Bears game and the Bucks game. He did really, really well that Bucks game. But there was a lot of games where we were struggling to get in the end zone. We was kicking nothing but field goals. He was game managing it. I mean, yeah, he was managing the game for the most part. We was playing great defense, and we relied on the run game.
Right.
You know what I
I
mean?
don't think Teddy Bridgewater was as good as people keep saying he was.
So in your opinion, I'm just going to ask this: if Matt Jones up there at 28, let's just say yeah, right, and we get him, would you guys like him to be not like this year, next year starting quarterback? Would you give him a shot?
I would give him a shot as long like if look. I'm saying if we don't get a quarterback in free agency and we get Mac Jones at 28 or whatever, then hey, so be it. But for Wilson, I'm saying Wilson is there. If we can get him, I'll take him.
What about Gardner Minshew? He's a free agent.
Russell Wilson.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
my
man,
main.
look, I'm just looking at the proving, man. The proving. We are right now. See, you gotta understand, man. While we got the core players here, these guys are ready to win still. The core players that we still have, they still ready to win.
If
You
we're going
know,
to quarterback, let's go out and get the guy from Green Bay.
Aaron Rodgers.
Let's
So
go.
you got a so wait, you got a problem. You will have a problem with getting Russell Wilson. I think Aaron Rodgers is clearly older than Russell Wilson. So
Yeah, a good few years, about 3, 4 years.
Problem Russell Wilson. It's just for what I have a problem with is I like young guys coming in the fold because their bodies last longer. For an older guy, their bodies shut down quicker. Like Drew Brees, his body he wore his body out. When you wear your body out, it gets a toll on you. Young guys, it takes them a long time to get their body wore out.
well, here's the thing.
Your old man.
Here's the thing. You say that Rodgers been getting more hurt than Wilson. He wears his body out too. He extends plays as well.
Honestly, I'm going to say this in this kind of way. I would take one of you guys as quarterbacks.
Oh, come on now.
You guys
You're being silly.
probably have skill.
Nah.
You know what I mean? You know, it's just nice to have a young guy to be in there and to learn the system. Because we train our quarterbacks. I haven't seen a team train.
But this the thing, Brian. I just don't think we need. I don't think we need to take that risk of not getting no QB, whether it's with this Russell deal or getting Jameis, and just waiting until the draft and hoping the guy fall to 28. And then if you try to trade up, you gonna have to give up something.
I'm not saying him.
Look,
I'm saying any young quarterback in the draft. I'm not just saying him. I'm saying anybody. I don't really care who it is. Just somebody.
Look, this is something I really want to say here, because what you were saying about Teddy Bridgewater, and I know we won some games with Taysom. We clearly know that Taysom ain't the answer right now. But how do we know if Sean Payton that great at evaluating QBs and developing them? You know what I'm saying?
Look at what Cleveland did. They kept their quarterback, and he took the playoffs last year. They could have got rid of him.
Yeah, that's cool. But I'm talking about Sean Payton, because let's be real. I know Breeze came in and he got better coming from the Chargers, but I just really think that Sean Payton, he benefits from having ready QBs at times. Greatly.
I just don't want Russell Wilson to play 1 year, get off, leave like Teddy did, and then we
that Brian, man. So Teddy, I think we signed Teddy for what, a year or two, CV? You want to correct me?
2 1-year deals.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, Russell Wilson is going to be here longer than that. 4 or 5 years. Maximum. Well, I'm going to say minimum. Not maximum.
Well, I'm gonna say this. If we're gonna try to get him, Jerry Jones tries to get him, it's gonna be hard to get him. But Jerry Jones is gonna put out what he's got to put out. I know how Jerry Jones is.
Yeah. Well, all right, Brian, man. We appreciate your thoughts and opinions, and we just see what happens.
We'll see when the draft comes in April. And whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Whoever plays on this team is going to play. Whoever's going to be here is going to be here.
I sure hope it's Wilson. Man.
You never know. You could see somebody that's out there, and they could grab him. You guys be like, "Wow, I can't believe it." It could be a secret.
Hey man, I'm not denying anything. Like it can happen.
You know what I mean?
I'm just telling you though, from my opinion, man, I'm taking the proven quarterback if I can get one.
Right.
All right. Have a good night, guys. Stay safe.
All right. Shout out to Brian. All right. Well, WD, you got any final thoughts?
I'm just gonna echo what I said earlier. Put up or shut up, Saints. You know what I'm saying? We playing around here, man. I feel like we playing around here. Got Tom Brady in the division. They ain't going nowhere. They still here to stay, Deshaun Watson possibly coming here, man. Get that quarterback, bro.
All right.
I'm just saying, man, like we ain't look, this what people need to understand. We talking about all these young quarterbacks and stuff like that. We're not fully rebuilding right now. That's not what we're doing. We still a team that's trying to win a Super Bowl.
Right.
That's what people gotta understand, man. But yeah, that's all I got. I want to say shout out to the callers, man. Shout out to the people in the chat. Those packages was funny as hell, by the way. But yeah, I just hope Saints, I hope they make it happen. They need to make it happen. Hell, we supposed to have multiple Super Bowls, man, and here we got the damn bottom feeders. They get Tom Brady, and all of a sudden they got their second in one go. So yeah, man, that's all I got, CB.
That's true, and I just hope the Saints, looking at the fact, like you just said, that Carolina is going to do whatever it takes to get Deshaun. When you putting up Christian McCaffrey on the table, they gonna do whatever it takes to get that man at Carolina.
Absolutely.
So that's gonna. I mean, you're gonna be losing McCaffrey. That's definitely a star player, But they still, if none of them receivers leave, he gonna have some receiving threats, So we can't get behind the 8 ball, here. So whatever QB it is, whether it's Jameis, he got to be ready to go. But this Russ situation, the Saints need to jump on it. You seeing that name, the Saints name appear when it's coming out from agents, it's most likely true. That's just like the agent was coming out saying that those rumors weren't true. Of course, they're gonna say those rumors aren't true because that's how people want to bash players and stuff for wanting to how that go. But yeah, of course they're gonna say the rumors is false. But let's go all in on Russell Wilson. These other teams that's in the mix, they're supposed to be in the mix. They don't have the players that we have that we can give them.
And yeah, and by the way, I mean I know you said it, CB. I know Carly said it earlier. I didn't say it though. I'm definitely lowering my expectations because I don't expect Saints to, I definitely want them to. They should, but I'm definitely keeping my expectations lowered, just as every other Saints fan should.
Yeah. But again, I would advise, with this rumor, just save the feelings until it happens. You gotta be surprised by it. We just want to get on here and talk about the possibility, but yeah, this is a scenario that you can get heartbroken by. If you put too much feelings into it, it's just something you gotta look up at the phone and see that it went down. Because this will be a game changer, or for sure game changer. This is a guarantee. It's a guarantee, positive at the quarterback position.
Exactly.
And it's going to be better play than what we've been having, from the retired Drew, the retired arm Drew. You know, and our offense gonna be more dynamic, and if our defense can stay intact, you know, that's we're gonna be ready to go. But we just gotta wait and see. And if not, we just gotta, I guess, roll with Jameis if that's their vision. You know, so once again, shout out to the chat, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Once again, apologize for, you know, not giving a heads up. But y'all be sure to stay you know, look out in the community tabs on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. You know, if we want to do something next time, I think we're gonna start, you know, giving a heads up at least a few hours in advance. But other than that, WD, if you don't have anything else to say, it's the WDN Chatline podcast, and we are out. Who that?
For life.